on the Tumblr.
Okay.
Hi. So I'm here with my friend, and we're gonna talk some about the purpose of this vlog and her opinions on it. So why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? Give us like your name, pronouns, whatever else you think is important.
My name's Alannah. I'm a freshman at Duke University. My pronouns are she, her, hers.
Cool. So can you think of any instances of like queer women in media dying?
Well, like currently the huge issue that's going on right now is like the Clexa fandom, which is the character Lexa from the show called The 100. She died, and also The Walking Dead. There's a main character named Denise, and she also died.
Okay. Do you want to expand on either one of this?
What do you mean, like expand?
Like talk more about it.
So basically, for the one in regards to the 100, Lexa, she was the main character that was introduced, I believe, like in the second season of the 100, and she was the commander. And then slowly, one of the other main character named Clark, they slowly started to form a relationship, which like slowly became more intimate, and from that grew the Clexa fandom, which is like people shipping them together as a couple.
Yeah.
So finally, it's finally started to become like more intimate and like in a more like relationship way, and started having a third season. But then episode 7 of season 3, finally they had sex together.
Yeah.
And it was like a huge.
Awesome.
It was a pivotal point. Yeah, it was a pivotal point in the series.
What was so pivotal about it? Why that moment specifically?
Because a lot of shows, they kind of like have LGBT erasure, so they're not really recognized in the media.
Okay. Yeah.
So this was a point that was huge for at least for me as being identifying the LGBT spectrum. It was a huge point where finally we were identified, we weren't invisible. And then the fact that, and then right after that, not even I don't even think 20 seconds after the sex scene, she got shot.
Oh God.
So
that is quite juxtaposition. Lots of juxtaposition right there.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of on Tumblr, there's been a lot of talk about it and whatnot, saying that just even though it doesn't seem like it was that important, it's really symbolic, saying because Clark herself is bisexual, and Lexa was, everyone thought she identified as a lesbian. So Clark's ability to conform into heterosexuality, which doesn't make any sense, saved her from dying. So basically what it's saying is that if you're queer, you're gonna die. And the same thing with The Walking Dead. The character Denise, she was a lesbian.
Do you watch this show or
The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Walking Dead. So she was also a new character that was introduced, and she's in a couple with another lesbian in the show. And
nice.
They had just initiated the relationship, and I think not even 4 episodes after they had the relationship, she got shot by an arrow.
There seems to be a trend here.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's such a trend?
I think it's probably because in a lot of mainstream media, I'm just gonna focus more on lesbians. Lesbians and queer people in general are often portrayed as being evil, or in lesbian movies or lesbian relationships, either one of them always turns straight, one of them dies, or there's never really a happy ending where they can just be together, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, that makes sense. And how does that affect you as a queer woman?
Well, it definitely sucks because you want to see more representation that's positive, or embraces that love is love.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that this keeps happening is it's really frustrating. Personally, I don't watch either shows anymore because it's just having to deal with that, and I feel like I'm supporting something that's not supportive of LGBT rights, even though they had queer characters in there. Obviously they're recognizing that we do exist, but the fact that they're killing them off so frequently throughout the media is something that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so you said that you don't watch either show anymore. Is that something that a lot of people are doing?
I know quite a few people that stopped watching both shows.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a form of protest, or if it's a form of just not wanting to have their feelings hurt anymore, get invested into relationships knowing that queer characters are going to die. But that's definitely a frequent thing that has been happening around.
Do you think it's like a way of trying to fight the media at all, or is it a very personal enjoyment thing, or is it both?
I think it's definitely both.
Okay,
Yeah, it is. I think there's a protest in the media, but it's also just for personal reasons as well.
that makes sense. So what do you think the next step should be, like, either from the queer community or from the media? What do you think should happen? Because this is clearly an issue.
Yeah. Well, definitely, like it's starting. This issue is starting to get picked up a lot by the media now. So now a lot of people are starting to realize, hey, there's a lot of queer people dying, and there's being like studies and saying statistics and saying like how unfair it is that like all the queer people are dying and all the heterosexual people are dying. Not saying that let's kill everyone, but it should be more like representative of like what's actually happening. And for example, for the 100 after that season aired, there's like been Kickstarter campaigns and GoFundMe's to like contribute money to like the queer community so that like they know that like they're not alone. Like everyone is like going through this, even though it's fiction. It's like something that's affecting everyone in a negative way.
Yeah, well, fiction matters, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think even fictional things matter so much? Like, it's not real life.
Yeah.
Like, Lexa didn't actually die.
Yeah.
The actress is still alive and still gorgeous.
Yeah.
Still gorgeous, still amazing. But why does the fictional world, why do fictional queer characters, why do they matter?
Well, even though Lexa and the 100 is not a real thing, it's not based off history or anything. Like, fiction still kind of represents the truth a little bit, and like in regards to like the stereotypes held by society and whatnot. So like the way people like view like them in the show is like the way people for example The Walking Dead. It's like a modern version of like but it's a zombie apocalypse, but those stereotypes in society like lesbians or homosexuals or just in general, it's still that stigmatized view is still held in those shows.
Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. Anything else you want to say about the topic? Closing thoughts?
I mean, I think definitely, this is an issue that needs to be addressed. And I think like a lot of people should take, even if you're not, even if you don't identify as LGBTQ, maybe look at it from our perspective so you can understand a little bit more of how it's affecting our community.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm awkward how close to the camera. Let's turn it off.